everyone and welcome to another video. I'm going to paint a peacock tail pattern to finish this sketchbook page, as it looks quite empty with only this peacock on the left. If you are interested in the painting process of this peafowl, you can check one of my previous videos, I will link it in the description. The difference is that this peacock on the left was painted with different paints, which are more student grade, Talents Van Gogh. The tail, however, is one of the first paintings that I made with my new watercolor paints from Roman Szmal. If you are interested in the colors that I have, you can also find another video where I unbox and swatch them. Although I like how the peacock turned out, the difference in quality is insane. This particular picture may not depict that, but please remember that this is one of the first I made. Last piece of information about the materials: I am painting in a watercolor sketchbook that has 40% cotton paper, 60% cellulose. Anyway, at the beginning I used a white brush to wet the paper a little bit, and then I applied nickel azu yellow as a base. Then I took some autumn green, which is a color that granulates with yellow and orange. I already tried to follow the direction of the feathers. I did a small research and not sure if I found correct words, but seems like those lines are called barbs and those round shapes in the middle are called eyes. So using this new vocabulary that I really hope is correct because I feel weird using words, I'm not 100% sure. So it would be funny if they mean something else. So for those eyes, I started with quinacridone.gold on the bigger shape and phthalo blue for the inside circle and outside rim. The green part looked too yellow to me, so I added turquoise in some places and it turned out more cold green in those parts. Then, while the paint was still wet, I took a clean brush and started erasing shapes of those barbs. To do that, I am using a slightly damp brush, and after erasing some paint, I am cleaning the paint the brush took with a towel, and then I dip the brush in water to be sure to clean all of the remaining paint. But after wetting the brush, I also remove excess water before going back to removing paint. Then, to add shadows, I use Perylene Green, which is a very dark and muted green. I was mostly making long lines, trying to follow the shape of the feathers. If I added too much lines in one place that joined together, I was erasing them with the same method as before, trying to erase the pigment in the shape of the barbs. While the green part was drying, I started adding details to the eyes. I used the same color as before, which was phthalo blue, and I also added the Exosin violet to the center. And to be honest, I probably already did not dilute neither of them enough, especially the violet. The color is pretty intense. I wanted the final look to be more translucent. I tried to use a little bit more water, but all of them turned out too dark. Some of the feathers were at the back, covered by barbs from other feathers, so after adding gold and blue, I was immediately adding green lines to depict that. For the biggest feather, I added more detailed barbs and spent some time painting and then removing some paint to make it more detailed. I made sure to make visible lines on the eye as well, as those barbs are not growing from the eye, but are a continuation of the lines starting in the eye. When that was done, I started to add more shadows with dark green. With that color, I tried to accent the direction of all of the lines and the shapes of the feathers in the background. This way, they are not just a big spot of green color, but have some more definition. In the end, I added some more contrast to the violet in the eye. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to paint this the way I wanted. The middle part should be much darker than this outside blue ring. But I made it too dark too soon, so darkening the violet part was the only thing left. Although it does not look great, unfortunately. I added some final touches and the painting was finished. It was a fun practice for me, and even though I made some mistakes, I like the final result, especially that it is one of the first paintings done with those paints, so I didn't expect everything to be perfect. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to check out previous videos if you are interested in them. See you in the next one, bye bye!